Hi, welcome to my very first episode of Harvesting Herbal Freedom. I'm Danielle, and I'm so excited that you're here to kick off this journey into sustainable herbalism and self-reliance. So grab a cozy spot, maybe your favorite mug of tea, and let's dive into it. When the world needs a mama herbalist, a wild month of healing. This month has been a whirlwind, not just as a mom, but as an herbalist too. Honestly, it's been one of those months where all the knowledge tucked away over the years came rushing to the surface. I'm so grateful it did. It all began when my youngest came down with a cold as the weather shifted. He shook most of it pretty quickly, but the cough wouldn't let go. I could tell his body was working hard to fight it, but it just needed a little help. So I reached for one of my favorite remedies, a steam inhalation bowl. He's 7, so I made an herbal spa day setup, a bowl of what he affectionately called Stinky stuff, his tablet, and a towel over his head. In his defense, it did smell pretty medicinal. At first, I thought it was just a lingering virus, but as the cough hung on, I started to suspect it might have become bacterial. So, I brought in the big guns, herbs I knew would fight infection. I looked at my husband and I said, if this helps, we'll know it's bacterial, and I'll break out the garlic honey. Not my kid's favorite, but oh so effective. After 2 minutes under the towel, his cough noticeably improved. We did another round the next day, and by the third treatment, plus a few tweaks and referencing my books, the cough was nearly gone. Sometimes the body just needs a little nudge in the right direction. Right after that, we were fresh back from a camping trip when my husband started showing signs of a poison ivy rash. He was miserable. I mixed up an activated charcoal salve to help dry it out, and he paired it with calamine lotion to ease the itching. It worked beautifully, and the rash began to heal. And I just have to say, another year passes that I still have immunity to poison ivy, along with all of my boys, and we are so grateful. We all walked through the exact same places on that camping trip. Not a single rash for the rest of us. It's one of those blessings I don't take for granted year after year. But the biggest surprise came with the tiniest patient, a kitten. We found him tangled in our fence, barely able to move. His front legs were hooked over the fence, his back legs hanging limply below. His body was wedged in a space no bigger than my wrist. He couldn't have been more than 8 weeks old. I grabbed gloves, pulled him free, and rushed him inside to assess the damage. After a bath, we discovered something horrifying. Maggots. They were coming from a large wound in one of his back toes, where a claw had nearly been ripped out. I know, knee-jerk responses, take him to the vet, and I understand that. But I paused. Logically, at his age, the vet would clean the wound and hope for the best, just like I could do. So I stepped into my role as a caretaker and a herbalist. We irrigated the wound multiple times. We used herbal soaps to create an inhospitable environment for larvae and carefully watched his progress. As gross as it sounds, the maggots probably saved his life by cleaning out the dead tissue. Nature's cleanup crew doing what they do best. By day 2, we were celebrating. He pooped and peed like normal. No internal injuries. By day 3, the wound had dried up and scabbed over. We named him Lucci, Latin for lucky. And now we just need to keep him from tearing it open during kitten zoomies. which has been a challenge. Just when I thought things might slow down, my oldest son came to me the next day complaining of ear pain. He had clear drainage coming from his ear, and I knew instantly, ear infection. That brought me back to my swim team days, when a friend's mom, a nurse, taught me a simple ear remedy I've never forgotten. I remembered the ingredients, but had to double check the ratio. I mixed it up, grabbed some cotton balls, gave him instructions with a bottle of ear drops and cotton balls. Within hours, he was feeling relief. And I was so thankful. Not just that it helped, but that I remembered. These are the moments I live for as an herbalist. Not because I want things to go wrong, but because I love watching natural remedies work. I love knowing that my kids come to me first, that I can step in with calm confidence, and that sometimes the best medicine is simply remembering what someone once took the time to teach us. We are more capable than we think we are. We are our own best doctors in many ways, especially when we listen, learn, and trust the wisdom that we've had passed down to us. Thank you for joining me for Harvesting Herbal Freedom. I hope this story inspires you to find your own herbal freedom. Herbalism isn't just about remedies. It's about reconnecting with nature, embracing sustainability, and rediscovering the empowerment that comes from doing it yourself. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd love for you to subscribe, leave a comment, or share it with a friend who's ready to explore herbalism with us. Next week, we'll dive deeper into some more practical herbal knowledge. Until next time, keep harvesting your herbal freedom one herb at a time.